Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. Good morning, good morning. I'm so sorry I'm half an hour late. I woke up late. I'm sorry.
Eep.
I didn't eep. I was eeping. This'll work. I was eeping. So yesterday turned out great. Had a fucking absolutely wonderful day. I got to watch my new highlights video, which was cool. That's gonna be great. I'm excited for that. That's gonna come out Friday. I saw the finale of the thing I had for the finale of the Subathon. Yeah, we're drawing Donner today. So that was a thing. And then the thing that I was most excited about was the thing for the finale of the Subathon. It's a secret, but it's done and it looks cool. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Also, my funny dick statue came yesterday, and we recorded the unboxing for Patreon like we promised. I would post pictures on social media, but I can't. Well, I guess I can. I don't like to put my NSFW content with my, like, main content, I guess. So you'll have that soon. The super cool acrylic stand I ordered came, and I did my funny dick study with Dio. Had our little mutual dick study. That was fun. That's up on Patreon right now. If you want to see a goat dick, I guess. I drew Calder. I was gonna say sans pants, but that's not true. He's wearing pants, but... Good lord, there's penis.
He's wearing pants only technically.
I'm going to try drawing more NSFW stuff. Because I want to, like I said, I want to get better at it. And it's something I'll never get better at if I don't practice.
Gigi was, I guess, for lack of a better word, perched on me this morning. Since I was, munching on the cashews.
She does seem to quite like the cashews.
She did it with the... Yeah, she likes cashews. I don't know if they're bad. Okay, Google, are cashews bad for cats?
On the website beyondthenut.com, they say, raw cashews are not poisonous or toxic to cats. However, they aren't the most nutritious feline treat. Cats need a diet mostly comprised of protein. People also ask me, what nuts are toxic for cats? Want to
Okay.
hear the answer?
So
No.
they can eat them, they just not super.
Shouldn't.
It's just, they're just like candy. They're not, there's no like nutritional value.
So, like, carrots are to rabbits.
Yeah.
If you feed carrots to rabbits, make sure it's mostly the leafy part, because the orange part's the treat, and there's no nutritional value in it for them.
Yeah, it's basically candy. It's so much sugar.
We need 10 more subs because we're currently at 250.
Give Heaton money or I will hunt you down! I need to be able to... guys, she pays rent. This is the only... I live in her walls, right? I can't have this house be taken. I pay my rent in trinkets that I find. She has numerous buttons with which she does not need, but I keep providing them.
The joke's on you. I have crow brain, so every time you give me a button, I'm like, yes, your rent is paid.
Yo, same.
Every time I find a shiny button, I'm like, yes, mine now.
That's my brain when I see, like, tiny things. Oh my god, I nearly made myself cry. I fucking love tiny things.
Fucking,
Like, mini versions of bigger things make me happy.
you collect jars for the funny memes. I collect jars to put tiny trinkets in. We are not the same.
Well, I collect bottles because I put marbles in one of them. I love how marbles look.
Me too.
I also have potion bottles. You go on Etsy and I look up potion bottles because I don't know how to make them, and I can't because the wax is a bit of a fire hazard. And they make such beautiful bottles, and I love shaking them. And it's Harry Potter merch without JK fuckface.
It's true.
Did you
Also,
hear that a bunch of gender critical people think she's a man?
I think that's really funny. Ah!
Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Wandering!
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was going to say, speaking of, Nezzy made a really good video, and you should all go watch it.
Oh, thank you. I worked very hard on it.
And you can tell.
Because I want to make more theatric videos, which is going to be a little bit embarrassing, because I want to practice my acting and singing.
I really liked it. It was a good video. It was informative.
There's a bunch of people that were shocked. It's like, I fall under the intersex umbrella? It's like, yes, you do.
You do.
I learned this from a Harry Potter video? You're like, yes, you did.
I love Nezzy's
Also-
video, apart from the part where he said I suck.
That's right. The context was in one of the... Okay, so Susie and she helped me with, like, the intro cards. Because we wanted to add a bunch of trans themes. Because Harry Potter, despite what J.K. Rowling is, are filled with trans themes. Because, like, Voldemort literally has a dead name. But, like, the first one was, like, the Mirror Erised, where it shows, like, a boy version of me. It's like, this is the version of yourself that you want. The second one was... shit. I don't remember what the second one was. The one that James is referring to is the one that I didn't know what to do with, So I made a quote-unquote biology book, and it was Snape's Half-Blood Prince diary, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I put James sucks lol.
Listen, I'm here for One Piece surpassing Harry Potter's book sales. I think that's very funny.
That's the thing that I find so funny is like, oh, nothing that you do is gonna make J.K. Rowling lose money. Pottermore reported a 40% decrease in sales.
I'm just gonna read One Piece. One Piece
That
has
was
all
during COVID.
One Piece has all the trans rep you could possibly need. And 99% of it is spectacular. Fucking...
Oh my god, James, you are.
Oh my god, I can't believe this.
James Potter didn't die. He reinstated himself as a Twitch mod.
I wouldn't be surprised if James was a wizard.
If
not even necessarily a Harry
Harry
Potter wizard, just if you were a wizard. Like if you were like, oh, I can do magic. I'm out here casting evocation spells.
I don't know, maybe this is just headcanon, but like, I don't know, I feel like James would be like, no, magic's lame. No wizard.
I don't like playing games I can't win. I don't want to do magic. Also, thank you to whoever was in the comments agreeing that Harry Potter should have been a fucking Defense Against the Dark Arts wizard and not a cop.
Yeah, I don't know why Harry I don't know why he didn't become a Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. That makes more sense.
Talked to Mad-Eye Moody that one time about what he wanted to be.
But like...
Mad-Eye's dead.
Mad-Eye's dead and shit changes, dog.
Yeah, the government sucks.
Hey, I'm just gonna be here in my little corner and be Percy Jackson supremacy.
I have only ever watched the movies, which was a deep regret.
So we don't talk about those. But if you want to know who Percy is as a character, he is basically a feral child. He will when you're in his point of view, it all seems justified. It's all justified. He's doing his thing. You're in anybody else's POV and they're like, this boy is fucking crazy. Holy shit.
Everyone else is like, Percy! Percy, stop! Percy, please!
Percy, no! Percy!
He had the opportunity to become a god and was like, no, fuck you. I want you to hold yourself accountable as parents. Shut the fuck up.
I don't want to be a god. I want your fucking child support.
Not just for him, but for all half-bloods.
I read an interesting thing. Like, because like all of the books and series that are like, these are sections that teens can like relate to and put it like Harry Potter houses or which god are you or all that jazz. Someone brought up a really good point in that Divergence kind of fucked everything over.
Yeah, that was like Divergence was kind of like
it was the most bare bones of apocalypse grouping for teenagers, rebellion, and romance, where it's like you have to have the girl be humble. It's like, oh, I'm not pretty, and it's this very like conventionally attractive individual, and like she can beat the shit out of 5 million men without breaking a sweat. But it's like, oh, I didn't even know I could do that.
I fucking hated Hero on God for real.
It was a very interesting Tumblr post.
haven't drawn Donner since this piece, as a matter of fact. Area man joins cult to strange ooze creature, begins to eat daughter.
That is unpoggers.
Distinctly unpoggers of him.
It's not very funky fresh.
Not very funky fresh at all, to be honest.
If I do say so myself.
He thinks it'll give him power. It won't.
That's just how I'm gonna respond to things from now. If somebody comes to me with something like really racist or homophobic, I'm just like, that's not very funky fresh of you.
Also, Digital Circus update. It is becoming progressively weirder and weirder to see, like, Kane edits on my fucking TikTok For You page.
Is that the purple bunny?
No, that's Jax.
No, that's
Kane is the teeth man.
Okay.
And it's weird.
Dude.
It's weird because we know and are friends with Alex Roshan.
Wait, who's the guy that plays the purple bunny?
The guy who used to
I
be
think
Angel Dust.
his name is
Jax?
Michael something. I
Michael
was
Kovac.
looking, so I was like, I thought I heard him before, and I don't
Yeah,
know
he's
from
Angel
where.
Dust. Well,
Yeah, he used to be Angel Dust.
That's where. Okay, well, considering he got fucking kicked out by Viv, I think hopefully he thrives here in Digital Circus.
he also does a scary good Markiplier impression. But
Yeah, but you gotta fix my new speakers.
his-
Just knelt on the floor. My knees exploded. I'm just picturing James is like, alright, I've got to install my new speakers. And like the moment your knees touch the ground, it's like the fucking Delta Rune explosion and you just fall over.
I need James's Sona so I could animate it to that sound. It's like, to your jealousy, I've been doing my Pilates and I've been doing great. And he leans over and you just hear a symphony of cracks. And like he just sits on the floor for a second and then gets back up. He doesn't even try to do one burpee.
There's the fucking Delta Rune stock explosion and then it just pans over and he's in the Family Guy death pose.
What the hell is the purple bunny's name?
Jax.
Jax.
Jax. There was a bunch of people like, oh, you can't be sipping for Jax. And people were like, oh, what's your opinion on people sipping for Jax? And Michael was basically like, I made him for me. I'm the one who threw to, so I made him for me. And everyone is like, because all of the people is like, don't 3-tier sub for Jax. It's like, we're not turning this into a welcome home fan. And Michael's just here like, he's mine. It's mine.
I mean, if anybody gets to lay claim.
Everyone, apparently they were anticipating Kane being the Tumblr sexy man, but I watched it, I watched Digital Circus yesterday, I'm like, no, I saw Jax, heard Jax talk, and I was like, no, Bunny Man's the one that everyone's gonna fucking simp after.
He has a very nice sounding voice. He has a voice that makes my brain very happy.
I fucking, oh god. I was gonna say something and I forgot. Oh yeah, I'll never forget, similar speaking of, when Kaiji Tang first joined TikTok, he said, I keep seeing posts that are like, because he voices Dazai from Bungo Stray Dogs, so he was like, I keep seeing posts tagged Dazai slander. What does that mean? I am confused. Please explain this to me, to a boomer who doesn't understand. And so people explained it. They're like, it's like saying that he's smelly and that he's, you know, stupid, etc., etc. And Kaiji was like, oh, okay. And then proceeded to go on Twitter for like an hour and was like, Dazai doesn't shower, neither does Gojo. Just like talking shit about the characters he voices, and I was losing my fucking mind. It's so good. your casual reminder that the biggest Gojo hater is Gege Akutami. Number 2 is Kaiji Tang. It's so fucking funny. But it's all fine now.
So I had a thought.
Dangerous practice.
Because you were like, oh, it's clearly, because you sent me that TikTok theory that's like, oh, Cain and Abel probably, but I thought the joke was that Cain's name was a play on Novocaine. You know, like the stuff that they numb you with at the dentist?
That might also be it. I don't know, I would have agreed with you if it were not for that Last Supper imagery.
I mean, like, it can be both. I'm not saying, like, one's I'm completely right and the other one's completely wrong. I'm not saying that there's not precedence there, but, like, he is teeth.
He is teeth, you're so right.
I heard Cain, and I remember that we looked up Cain and Abel fanfiction.
Gross. That's incest.
We wanted to see if it was real. It was. Curiosity got the better of us.
Listen, some of the girlies have religious trauma and choose to manifest that in ways that are not healthy or normal. So...
Well, just listen to Hosier if you've got fucking religious trauma.
Like, yeah, listen to fucking Hosier like the rest of us, you fucking...
Listen to Take Me to Church and cry. To a slideshow. I was fucking watching the slideshow on TikTok, and it's just listening to Take Me to Church to images of Hannibal and Will Graham. This obsession has taken over my life.
I want to cover up how well I drew this hand. But I have to.
I hate hyperfixation. I need to go to the doctor to check if I'm acoustic.
Are you acoustic?
I don't know.
Peer
Every
review?
single day it gets worse.
If I'm acoustic, you're acoustic, Nezzy.
I was telling my therapist about that. It's like my friends have peer reviewed me, and it's like, oh, it's like they think I'm autistic.
Your therapist is like, we wanna discuss that?
No. Well, she's not that type of therapist. I have to go to the base and get an actual thing because, it's like, hey, by the way, your meds could be getting fucked over by this undiagnosed aspect. Also, by the way, you have OCD tendencies. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, there was nothing
So
like
fun.
there was nothing like finding out that half of the problems I'd had with medication could purely have boiled down to the fact that I had undiagnosed autism. And did you know that autism reacts to head meds differently than, like, they would if you didn't have autism? Because I didn't know that until my therapist told me and was like, yeah, that's why you should get a diagnosis, is because if you have it, we have to have, like, different therapy treatments for you. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
I've just been sitting here like, is that why nothing's been working for the past 3 years?
Yeah, she's like, certain non-medical treatments won't work for you if you're autistic. You have to have, like, certain, like, non-medication based therapy as well, because you won't respond to certain kinds of therapy if you're autistic. And I'm like, ah!
I keep telling my dad, like, we need to get this fixed, Dad, because I'm getting really frustrated because it feels like nothing is working, and I have a feeling as to why it's not fucking working. Cause, like, we're like 100% sure I have bipolar, because it's like, you have several people in the family who have bipolar, you have it. But I remember earlier when I was undiagnosed, how they put me on Zoloft, which is really bad. If you have bipolar, you should not be on Zoloft, which led to a really bad dip. Not to mention the fact that my luck is so terrible that every single time I have a med change, a drama fucking happens in that moment, and now I have to sit there and cope with it while also trying to register the new medication in my body.
Nezzy just quietly vibrating in the corner. This is fine.
It really is like that. I went online one time and like there was the fucking drama and I'm like, guys, I had to go to the hospital. It's like, well, what are you gonna say about this? I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm in the hospital!
I'm not gonna say anything. I just got back from the fucking hospital.
Gamer, I'm in the hospital. Leave me alone.
Literally, I put up a thing that's like, sorry, I haven't been around. I broke my arm, and somebody commented, "What have you been doing for young trans kids?" Like, motherfucker, I am a young trans kid. I'm busy. My arm is broken.
I'm so autistic that Catholicism did not work on me. It's a good one. Great insight about religious trauma, Heaton. Now remind me how you like AU art of Matt Murdock in a priest collar and picturing Frank grabbing him by that collar. Dog, I don't need AU art for that. If I pop into the Frank Matt tag, I guarantee you right now a good 5% of it is Matt getting fucking railed either in a confessions booth or over a fucking Catholic altar. It's not just me. Also, in fairness, for me, it's less religious trauma because, again, your casual reminder, I don't have religious trauma. No one in my family is religious. I was in church once. But also, for me, it's more, I really hate the overemphasis on Matt's Catholicism in his comics. Therefore, I will make it a kink thing for him. You can't stop me.
I have a little bit of
So
religious
I do
trauma.
it for,
Well, I don't really know.
for Matt in particular, I do it out of spite. Also, it's hot.
I don't know if I have religious trauma. I might have a little.
This is when we
Get
stand
on
up,
your
this is when
knees
we
and
kneel, this is when we
pray.
eat the funny bread. Which makes
Eat
it
my
okay to
bread.
fetishize religious trauma around all these people that have it, huh? I mean...
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm not fetishizing your... I know that this is a bit, but, like, I'm not fetishizing your pain. I'm fetishizing your iconography.
There's a little bit of BDSM going
A little bit.
on. There's a little bit. Come on. Fucking whipping and shit. There's a little bit going on.
I mean, the bit aside, it is about the pain when you mix it with BDSM. Exactly! See?
I remember the what was it? The Jesus and Judas cartoon with the goats. I don't know if anyone's watched that. It's wild. I think it's also French.
Well, that would explain that.
But it's so fucked. It's so fucked up. And it's also really funny because it satirizes a lot of the stuff with religion.
So, like, it is, but truly whatever. People wallowing in religious trauma need help, not representation. I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's good to have a bit of representation so that you see other people having similar pain to you.
More or less, yeah.
That's why I listen to a lot of songs that have it, even though, like I said, I don't really know if I have religious trauma. There's like one fucked up event in mind, but other than that, I don't really go to church, nor have I really ever, other than to just kind of be there, not for sermons. We had to, this was the funniest shit, right? This was when I first came to Japan and I went to the base to start high school. The mascot was a devil, and there was a church on the other side of the building. And whenever we had like AP events, all of us had to go to the church for assembly. So one of the kids' quotes in the yearbook was, "It was really nice to have a bunch of Christians cheering for Satan." Or something along those lines.
Just got him there.
It's like, damn.
The closest to church I get is Cluedo. It's amazing how often the Reverend is the murderer. I mean...
Also, you did a very good job on hand.
Thank you.
I need to practice more hand, but I hate hand.
This weighted blanket has me hostage. I cannot leave. Justin calls into work. I can't. I'm stuck.
And then you put the cat on top. It's like, oh no. Now I'm really stuck.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about religious trauma. I don't have that one. I have lots of other trauma, so.
I am
just not that one.
Fully stocked up on trauma.
Yeah, I've got enough,
stocked.
thanks.
I don't got enough room for this shit.
Yeah, I got enough, thanks. I don't need that particular multiplier, thanks.
Multiplier.
I logged into Slack to be like, yeah, I'll get right on that in a PM. I am in fact not on that. I am under this blanket.
Also be sure to look out because Heaton may also be making a video on the Porper situation, right?
So, okay, I did want to talk about that a little bit because you mentioned it. I was originally just going to make a video talking about Silvervale. Less about the Harry Potter situation as a whole, and specifically I wanted to talk about Silvervale. But that kind of changed over time. Because originally it was that, and then I got a little lost in the sauce, and shit happened, TM. So that video kind of fell by the wayside. So what's kind of gonna end up happening is I want to make a video about broader complaints with the VTuber community as a whole. As a VTuber. And then I'm going to talk about Silvervale in that, but she's not gonna be the central focus anymore. But I will be talking about that, so that's why I was like, no, leave that in. That's not incorrect. Because I have two problems. Well, two big problems anyway. And one of them is, and I think the community as a whole has a big issue with toxic positivity. That I think we need to, like, address.
There's like a bit in there about that in the video where it's like, saying your disappointment in someone is not bullying.
No, it's not harassment, it's not bullying.
It's not bullying. It's just because somebody doesn't like your fucking anime waifu, you're gonna lose your goddamn mind.
That's a fucking hell of a way to put it, Wander. I'm playing Wizard Game, but I'm donating all the money I make to a trans charity. Congratulations, you have invented indulgences again.
I still need to work on that.
Yeah.
I have plans.
Yeah, kinda. It's, like... There's just, like... There's a recurring problem that I've noticed in just VTuber circles in general, that, like, any kind of negative thought or opinion is treated as hostile, and I think that's not safe.
I know there's kind of the mindset around VTubers, like, you know, oh, we're entertainers, we're here to have fun, we don't need to talk about negative things, but it's more in a sense of just, like, you know, not bringing negative vibes into the call, but, you know, being able to talk about things, but still, you know, be able to entertain in a sense as well.
Yeah,
I
and, like...
thrive on negative things.
and that's just it, though, as well. It's, like, you can... Like, there are certain things, for example, like, I don't want to talk about political shit on my streams, because, again, I'm a fucking many-eyed eldritch creature on the internet. Like, I'm not... Don't come to me for political takes. I'm not gonna give them to you. I don't. It's not that I don't care. I do care, but I'm not gonna give them to you because that's not what my fucking content's about. You don't need to know where I stand politically. But like, shock, my political take is that people deserve human rights. Shocked. Oh boy.
My political take is join the Rhinoceros Party.
Yeah, more or less. Jesus. But like, saying I don't feel safe around you, trust you as a trans person because you don't listen to us is not bullying also. True.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so like, my big issue is less that and more like, there's a lot of like, I think the two things, right? Because I watched this happen to more than one community. It happened in the FCC, and then we've kind of grown past it for the most part, and then it's happening in the general commentary community, and now I see it happening in VTuber circles as well, is there's this recurring theme of we cannot have any negative opinion, any negative frontward-facing opinions, I think is the better way to put that. But then everyone is shitty and catty behind closed doors. And it keeps coming out that these people are shitty and catty and are, like, awful. And then people are surprised, but it's like, this is what happens when you don't facilitate an environment in which people can be themselves.
You need to be able... It's like freaking Inside Out. You can't be positive all the time. You need to be able to let out anger and sadness and all that.
Yeah, like, for example, right? I think that wild, hot, controversial takes only on the Heat and Mitsuru channel. I think that Taka's fucking stream, where he talks about AAVE without having black people, was a fucking bad idea. Shouldn't have done it. And I think that he deserved every bit of the backlash he got for it. Whether or not he chooses to learn and grow from that's up to him. But I think that that was totally a valid thing to criticize him for. But like, people will act like, oh, you're fostering negativity. Well, like, I'm allowed to think that you have like a bad take, or that something was a bad idea, or that you shouldn't have done or said a thing. You know, I'm allowed to have my opinions about shit you post publicly. I'm allowed to not like you based on things I've seen you publicly put out. And I think that pretending that, like, you're not allowed to have a negative opinion of that because of the kind of content that your Oshi makes is fucking stupid.
That's how I feel about a lot of different things, where it's like, I've asked this question before. It was more intended as a joke, but over time it has kind of manifested itself in that, as a Japanese person, a part of me is a little bit uncomfortable with how many people use like anime with like Japanese names and Japanese aesthetic when they're not Japanese.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It feels very like a trend, and it weirds me out a little bit.
Like,
yeah,
especially because like, the problem is that it's, as like a biracial kid, is like, I know for a fact, if I showed my face or if I told people my real name, they'd be like, you're not actually Japanese. It's like, I'm mixed. My mom didn't give me a Japanese name because she wanted me to have one of the names from my family on my American side. I don't know why she wanted that. It's what she wanted.
I mean, like, there's about inheriting your culture that you have to resemble that. Like, I have plenty of friends who are Hispanic or Latinx, and they, like, I know them, and they've had stories where it's like, oh, I go out there, it's like, oh, you don't look like it. Like, yeah, there's a lot of not those kind of individuals that look like that.
Also, yeah, it's wild. The notion of viewing VTubers as not human because, like, yeah, that's stupid. That's incredibly fucking stupid. That's so dumb.
Yeah, like...
Also, Heaton, with you, it's different because, like, you have that name, but it's inspired by something that you like, and second, You don't have the anime aesthetic. You
No.
have your own very blatant aesthetic. With other ones, it's like, ooh woo, I'm an anime waifu. Look at my big fucking jugs and my baby face, and it's like,
Yeah, mine is based in something that I care a lot about, and then I've never had like. Well, I have kind of an anime aesthetic, but not really. Something in the middle. It's more my own.
Like, I get it, sex sells and all that jazz, but because of like the way that VTubing started, it has like a very clear beginning from Japan. I don't know, it's a weird feeling that I have in my body where it's like I'm not super comfortable as someone from here and someone who lives here, in that like, is this what you view me as?
No, I view you
Because,
as a tiny mouse prince.
Well, no, because like the thing is with me, right, is because I've had more experience with it before, in that like when I started streaming or when I started telling people, it's like, oh yeah, I live here, because it's like, oh, I have to tell people where I am, partially because of like time zones. It's like, hey, I can't stay on for long because I need to go, because it's like 8 a.m. and I have to go to work or whatever. And it's like, it's fun hearing about other people having like different ethnicities. You get different opinions, but at the same time, I started getting people in my comments where it was like, what's your opinion on this anime, what's your opinion on this anime, or wow, you have really good English. And it's like, yeah, I don't watch that. Are you asking because you care about my opinion, or are you asking because I'm Asian?
Well, I'm asking because you're a VTuber and most VTubers are weebs, so the presumption is that you watch anime.
No, I'm a Westaboo.
Damn true.
You're a Westaboo. We'll ask you if we want your opinion on Amphibia or the new
What is your
Ninja Turtle
opinion
series.
on Clint Eastwood?
What is your opinion on Clint Eastwood movies?
I don't know, it's a good song from the Gorillaz.
Damn, you're sure right. Correct. That's the right opinion. Damn.
How-
He's got me there.
How controversial yet so bold. Nezzie's real name is Mr. Nesbit. His wife is a toy spaceman wearing a hat who went crazy.
Damn, you're right. Keaton's not anime, they're purple. Sex sells, me with my Arrow Ace streamer.
Why do you call yourself? Because your hair is purple.
I mean, it's true. I love the mentality of sex sells, and yet here's my audience with my fucking Arrow Ace ass who's like, nah. I refuse.
Then there's like the lolly streamers.
Yeah, fucking, I want to talk about that as well. It's like, motherfucker, a lot of you fucking lolicons get real comfortable in my comments, being like, oh, you know, fucking, who the fuck are you? And it's like, dog, fuck you. Just...
Where do they come from? Like, aren't there the Gura frickin' people out there or something?
Don't do Gura wrong like
no,
that.
Gura's fine. It's fucking, but like, there's a bunch of like, it just happens like, I made that post about Neuro, doing something with Uwu Market, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna hedge my bets on working with Uwu Market. And like, people got in my DMs and were like, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? Why would you work with Uwu Market? You're fucking nobody. And I'm like, dog, she's not real. She's not gonna fuck you.
Your waifu isn't real. We don't want to. And I'm also not saying anything about a Guagura. I'm just more saying it's like the kind of audience that individual could enter. Also,
that's
if there
where
is,
I get weirded out by a lot of it. That's where I get weirded, because that's how people view a lot of Asian women.
Right.
Where, because there is like, one, because to American standards, a lot of us look a lot younger.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is the problem with Japan itself. There's a lot of like infantilization, or this very big focus on youth and like looking young and having very pale skin and like not having wrinkles and all that jazz. I've talked about it before with like my therapist and my dad, and like it's a genuine problem with like Japan as well.
Mm-hmm. I think that's an issue with like the beauty standard as a whole, though, because that's true in the West as well.
Oh, it's true, but I think like pardon me, I know like a lot of the Eastern market as well is also very high up with there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna call you anything if you're into that jazz, but like, if you're into lolly, just keep it to yourself.
I will. I'll call you things. I have lots of things I'll call you.
If you like lolly or Shota, go away.
Go away.
Go away.
Go away.
You know what?
Go-
You know what? You're right. Age is just a number, and 45 is just a caliber.
Yeah, it's just a number. Like 20 to life, that's a number.
That's also a number. 20 to life is also a number.
You're
So
not
is
allowed to say
911.
age is just a number. You're not allowed to say age is just a number until you're like over 25. It's like anything over 25 with the two consenting partners being over 25. Okay, you can use age as just a number. Yeah, that is why people fetishize a bunch of shit.
Sex
It's
sells,
like-
and yet I haven't been paid for shagging their mothers.
This one personally annoys me a little bit in that it's one of the reasons why I partially don't talk in Japanese a lot online. Other than
As the
fact that I
person
get-
who had the argument with Scotty yesterday in
Look,
Japanese.
it was funny at the time.
It was funny, but then I'm just
But,
like, I'm
like-
listening to you guys having the argument. I join in French, and then I get the notification. Oh, by the way, Heaton's opening up the dick statue. I'm in.
How is your French, by the way, Ontario?
It's very rudimentary. Like, I stopped taking French classes in about the 10th grade, and like the most I've ever had to use French is one time during my school years, we had to go to McDonald's and order a meal entirely in French.
Did the workers just look at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, they were in on it. They had to do the project. They were part of it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Although the best part was I was the only person who was able to order pomme de terre properly, apple pie.
Nice. Of the languages I would like to learn, if I could learn 3 languages, I want to learn Japanese because I like I like anime, but like also I just think Japanese is a pretty language, and I think it'd be cool to learn how to read it. I'd like to learn French, and I'd like to learn Italian.
I'm learning French. Learning French on the side, other than trying to regain my mother tongue. But the thing that grosses me out, right? That makes me not want to talk in it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like at that time, it was funny, is because we were both being angry at each other. But a lot of the time, I get worried that people are gonna do that shit where it's like, you don't sound cute when you talk, and it's like, I'm not supposed to. It's because I'm talking like an adult.
I love. By contrast, as people are like, "Oh, you don't sound cute." I think Japanese is the best to listen to when motherfuckers are just pissed.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Nessie, you sounded adorable as that. You were just emanating gremlin energy, and it was wonderful.
Like the fucking, I've said before, like one of my favorite anime character archetypes is the ha. The characters that do that, that's my shit.
That's my favorite. I think I had someone ask, like, do you do that? It's like, my mother does that all the time because I have so much audacity.
It's so good. I don't know what it is about it. There's just something about that particular affectation is so... Ha?
Not gonna lie. Plus, the image of like little mouse self you doing it is just even better. Like just the little mouse self just going nice, just works so well.
So fucking funny.
And then I started to tell him that his penis was small.
Tiny. It's your boy, skinny penis. Oh, fucking... So...
Speaking of skinny penis, I guess.
Speaking of skinny penis, I guess. I need... So, like... So I did my dick studies with Dio yesterday.
I thought I was about to start talking about the Sanji statue.
We'll talk about that too. But I was doing my dick studies with Dio yesterday. And I love the, like, I'm just sitting there with him in call as he's just, like, sending me a shit ton of references. Cause I needed them, right? So I'm sitting there with the references, and I just look at him and I'm like, you know, Is this what being an adult is like? Just sitting in a Discord call as you just send me cropped dicks?
Did I ever tell you when okay, context. We were joking about like cookie run porn. Because a friend and I, because they sent me a screenshot of Almond Cookie and Wolf Cookie hanging out. I was like, oh, that would 100% be a ship, like with the way things are. And I was talking about it to Dio, and he dared him to draw cookie run porn. And when he was finished, he sent an image to me. And right when I was looking at it, I heard my dad open the door and come in. So I had that moment of clicking all over my screen to fucking minimize it so he wouldn't see.
And yet they just
sheer panic.
and yet you just hear him see nice biscotti.
Nice.
I'll tell you one thing.
Nice.
As someone who rigs avatars, I think the thing that I'm waiting for is for my dad to walk in when I'm leaned into the computer, checking on the titties to see if they're moving on the XY axis correctly, and for the jiggle physics.
I would trust you to handle my titties at some point.
It's like I don't know how to. It's part of it's work, Dad. It's work.
I can hear the sounds of Justin struggling to get out of bed.
William Dafoe dick jump scare. No.
Chaos reigns.
No.
Listen, I've said before and I'll say again, I need to get better at it. It's the one aspect of anatomy that I feel like Congratulations, Justin.
Congrats.
It's the one aspect of, like, anatomy I feel like I don't have the best grasp on, so I would like to get better at it.
Oh shit, I have to ask you something, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else
No, that's it.
you want with your box?
No, you already asked me this, and the answer was no.
Okay.
That's it. You're good.
The only thing I need to get now is the colas that Brooke wanted.
You also need to give me your address so I can send you your fucking children.
Yes! I remember to do that.
Nice to get both your addresses so I can send you both maple candies.
Send me maple candy!
Yeah, because I got done sending Holly a bunch of stuff. There was like a bunch of British candy, a bunch of maple candies. I have gotten her addicted to Skittles, so Smarties, so I have to send those.
I have to get you your children and your honey cereal.
You found it!
Yeah.
And I still need to send Heaton her Jigsaw figure that I still have boxed up.
I need that, and then I also need Ontario. I need something of you.
You need Ontario?
Yeah, I need you to do something for me.
What do you need?
I need you to send me at least 5 Kinder Surprise eggs.
I can see what I can do. Does it matter?
Illegal.
That's... Shh, don't tell him that!
I know they're illegal!
I need you to smuggle me Kinder Surprise eggs, Ontario!
One of the cutest fucking videos I've ever seen is just this little girl opening her stocking and getting a Kinder Egg. It's like, these are illegal.
And then it smash cushions to the FBI.
My fucking dad, goes to Canada all the time to go fishing, and he brings back Timmy's for my mom, because she loves their donuts. And then for me, he brings back Kinder Surprise eggs. And one time, he brought back, like, he was like, I went to a gas station on the way in, and so he just hands me their whole, like, display box. Like, the whole box, like, the whole case. He just hands it to me, and he goes, there you go. That'll set you up for a while. I'm like, fuck yeah, Dad! And I start unwrapping and eating one, and my mom's like, you only like those because they're illegal. I said, no, I like them because they're delicious, and the ones we have here have a terrible ratio of nuts to chocolate to cream, and I fucking hate them. I hate the way they're laid out, they aren't tasty, they don't have the same flavor, and I don't like them. I like the way that I like the ratios that the ones in Canada have better, but we can't eat them because motherfuckers can't put 2 and 2 together with their smooth brains and figure out that you can't just stuff the whole thing in your mouth.
Because they didn't know there were plastic things in it. How about I wait until Easter and I send you the giant ones?
Please!
Wait, can I have one too?
You can have one as well.
They
If
do,
I-
they have
I-
hazelnuts in them.
the ones that we have here also suck because it's just this thin layer of chocolate over what is basically a gotcha ball.
Yes! It's
like we need to make sure you don't swallow it, so we basically made it the size of the plastic.
They do that here too, and I hate it! Give me my chocolate!
My mouth is too small to put it all in my mouth anyway.
Also, James, if you ever want to do a public service and have the money, I would ask humbly. We may even just pay you back. Please send more crunchies. Thank you. Arrow bars we can get here, crunchies we cannot, and I desire more crunchies.
Like arrows and a lot of like Nestle stuff you can get kind of easily within the state.
US, yeah. They don't have them
Peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah, I can send you peanut butter M&Ms.
No, not the peanut butter ones.
Oh, peanut ones. Yeah, I can send you peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, peanut M&Ms are easier to find. Peanut butter M&Ms tend to be seasonal, I think.
Yeah, I can send
Check the live show chat.
I was gonna send more crunchies near the end of November. Yes!
Oh my
Crunchies.
god. Oh my god.
Crunchies are good!
Have that sponge toffee.
Oh, I want it. I want it so bad.
Give them to me.
I want it.
But like,
I gotta wait until Jesus' birthday? This is bullshit.
Fucking,
What did Jesus ever do for me?
fucking,
I'm literally just imagining just Nezzy just like the freaking Tom and Jerry image where just like Jerry just swallows the whole cheese, but it's Nezzy swallowing the whole egg.
I cannot be provided with the ability to have crunchies on a regular basis. I will make myself so sick. That shit is so rich, but it's so fucking good.
They're so good.
What's
Crunch.
Is it just called Crunch?
They're
Like the
no,
blue
they're
packaging that says
crunchies.
No, I'm
like-
talking about a different chocolate.
Oh, Crunch
Oh,
bars? Yeah.
yeah, the crunch bars with
Crunch
the
bars. I
with the
fucking
rice.
love those.
There's
Oh,
no
with, like, the
Kinder
rice in it?
egg.
I love them.
Am I
love them
nuts?
so much.
Am I
No, I think you may have had a different one because the most of the Kinders I've had are like just straight milk chocolate.
They have the ones I'm thinking of have hazelnuts in them. Hang on.
Am I crazy to think you could possibly send what the fuck is it called? What is it called? The hazel Nutella. Is it possible if you could send it?
Yeah, I can send you Nutella.
Yeah.
There are special like hazelnut eggs, or are you thinking of like maybe the Bueno?
Yes, okay. No, I'm thinking of these. These are American Kinder eggs. I'm not crazy.
Oh, those. Oh, I love those.
Oh, they're like cocoa wafers. Okay. I always thought they were hazelnuts because they look like
Shitty cereal.
because they look like fucking oh my god, Ferrero Rochers. So I keep thinking they're hazelnuts.
What have you done to the Kinder eggs?
I know, they're awful. They suck and I hate them. This is what American Kinder eggs are. This is the worst.
I think they taste good, but it's kind of disappointing.
Like the American ones are lame, cause these are the fucking like the real ones.
Yeah, those are the
Oh
ones
yeah,
I'm
that's
used
the
to.
one that I ate. Yeah, except for the fact that the chocolate was practically molded around the plastic cup.
Yeah,
So
but
you
these
have
are the
to
ones we
chew
get,
on it.
and they suck. The ratio is
Did you
terrible.
Yeah,
tastes good.
You know you're doing a bad thing, bitch.
Also, you didn't change Ontario's at all.
No, I didn't.
No, I still have Ellie's doll.
I'm craving for Brenno's now.
Ellie's boy.
I thought they were only chocolate cream in the prize you can choke on.
Gotta have that extra plastic.
Cadbury's chocolate bars. They're chocolate crunchies are chocolate covered honeycomb, and that fucks because I love honeycomb.
What's your opinion on Cadbury cream eggs?
Cadbury cream eggs. Okay. When I was a child, when I was a young girl, I used to fuck up Cadbury cream eggs. As an adult, with a body that hates her, I can no longer fuck up Cadbury cream eggs. They are delicious, and I love them with all of my heart. They do give me sugar rush so bad that I start having heart palpitations, but they are so good.
Have you
My
considered?
dad-
Have you considered the Oreo eggs?
What?
What?
The
What, you haven't had the Oreo egg?
No. What is that?
I've never even
put it in the line.
I've never
You've
even
never-
heard of that.
So I
You
was
never-
about to say that my dad every Easter has decided to start a tradition where he gives each of us one Cadbury cream egg, and I find it hilarious because my mom has to eat it over the course of 2 days, and now I've started to not be able to eat it in one day, so I have to eat it over the course of 2 days.
I put in the
my
live show chat.
God. That's
What the fuck is that?
that's decadent.
Oh, that could kill a man.
That's hubris is what that is.
I am so intrigued. Do you have these where you are?
I do.
I am so... Whatever you want from Japan, bro. Whatever you want from over here. Because the thing is that the reason why Heaton's getting me so many snacks is because as part of, like, courtesy in Japan, usually we'll add, like, a bunch of snacks. So I added a bunch of just snackies that she wanted. Free of charge. And I still do that because I like to give my friends snackies.
I do too. It's spoilers. It's also a Midwestern thing. It's considered good hospitality for you to, when you send somebody something, to give them like a little snack.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I used to do the same with Crafty all the time.
That's why I always ask, like, are you allergic to anything before I send things?
Unequivocally, one of my favorite. I found out I'm allergic to apples.
Mildly allergic to apples.
So for Nezzy,
Contrary
for Nezzy, who apparently wasn't there, the other day, Brooke made these delicious maple apple blondies. They're just brownies, but without chocolate in them. And as she was cutting up the apples, I grabbed a couple pieces of the raw apples and just popped them right in my mouth. And I looked at Brooke and I'm like, I love apples. It's a shame that they make my mouth itchy. And she looks at me and goes, what? And I'm like, they make my mouth itchy. Like, they make the roof of my mouth itchy. They also make my saliva a little thick sometimes. And she looks at me and goes, babes, you're allergic to apples. And I'm like, what? No, I'm not.
Here.
I don't have, like... And I was like, well, I don't have, I don't, break out in hives or nothing. Like, my throat doesn't close. They just make my mouth itchy. And she goes, yeah, that's an allergic reaction, babe, because you're allergic to apples. So
You
I
have
then...
a mild allergy to apples, babe.
So I then proceed to text my mother. And I'm like, hey mom, did you know that your mouth isn't supposed to be itchy when you eat apples? And my mother just responds with like, yeah, I did know that. How long has your mouth itched when you've eaten apples? And I'm like, my whole life? And she goes, sounds like you're allergic to apple. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me! My whole life? This whole time? So I found out I was allergic to apples, just the other day.
That's a beautiful thing. It also sucks balls. Man, if I ever woke up and I was allergic to cheese, I think I'd just kill myself.
As somebody with a mild lactose intolerance, you get your hands on lactates, baby, and then God can't stop you.
Was this the thing, right? Is that lactose intolerance is very common in Asia. But Japanese people fucking love cheese.
They do. Hey, I want to ask you a very important question, which is, if your people love cheese so much, how come your cheese sucks?
What?
Japanese cheese is, like, gross.
What? No, it tastes good.
Of how Heaton's stories result is her being in disbelief about things.
You're eating the wrong type of cheese. Fuck you. I will not be taking criticism from a country that has craft singles.
Well, you don't eat Kraft singles raw, dude. You put them on stuff so that they melt. That's what they're for.
They're still nasty. Legally, it can't be called cheese.
No, legally it can't.
Your point is moot to me.
It's fair.
It means nothing.
I'll take that. I'll take that L.
I'll tell you one thing. It was really interesting to see a lot of people's reactions. I had 2 friends visit. It was interesting to see their reactions to stuff like McDonald's and Domino's.
I've talked about this before when we were in when my grandma and I were in London. I was like, I really want to try Burger King while we're here. And my grandma looks at me and goes, why would you want to eat something we already have back at home? And I looked at her and I said, because if we're like, I was like, listen, if we're in another state or something, I agree with you 100%. Like when we went to like DC or something, totally a fair critique to be like, why would you do that? We're in a new place. Let's get some new food. But when you're in a fucking foreign country, you have to try their version of your fast food because it's going to be different. And it's cool to have and taste the differences between like Japanese McDonald's and American McDonald's. I want so bad. I told Nezzy, I said, when we come to visit, I need to have Japanese KFC.
You also said that you wanted to flip off the Konami building.
I want to flip off the Konami building. I want Japanese KFC. I want to go to at least one collab cafe, because I think they're cool.
There's a Gundam one in Akihabara.
Well, yeah, the Gundam
Or
cafe is
if you-
permanent, I know.
If you tell me early on, I could get a reservation for the Kirby Cafe.
I want to go to the Kirby Cafe so bad.
Because that one's also permanent. And then, like, a couple floors down, it has, like, a Kirby Cafe shop where you can buy some of the dishes that they have, like the special dishes that they use to serve the food. You can buy some of those and bring them home, and then you could, like, serve yourself a little sandwich in Kirby's mouth.
I love Kirby. I love Kirby so much.
I'm pretty sure that cafe is, like, permanent, but, yeah, you have to get a reservation. So if you told me early, I could get the reservation.
We were talking about this the other day. It's like, I think that, like, in the same way that I think it's very funny that my very masculine father really, really likes, like, High School Musical and Pitch Perfect and musicals in general, I think it's very funny that my intense, horror-loving, classic lit-ass self really, like, two of my favorite things in the whole world are Kirby and Pokemon.
And then I'm the opposite. Or I'm here, I'm 100% a fucking pussy when it comes to anything scary. And it's like, what's your favorite things? Five Nights at Freddy's and a Hannibal Lecter. I support cannibalism if they're both gay.
I want to talk for a minute about, like, I want to talk about cannibalism. I mean,
Would you give it a try?
It is today's prompt. It is what I'm literally drawing.
Did I tell you what I told Ellie?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, you know, like the meme of like I can change him, or like I can change him, or I can make him worse.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to add a new one called I Can Change.
Yeah, I can change for him.
It's like he's into cannibalism, Nezzies. I can change.
You know, I can learn to be into what he's into.
I've eaten horse. It's fine.
But, like, I wanted specific, because, like, I was talking to somebody about, like, listen, I'm not obviously, I'm not a big fan of cannibalism, but, like, hot takes only on the Heat and Mitsuru live streams. But, like, I'm with Brooke. For the most part, it swicks me out.
It's also just really unhealthy.
Yeah, no shit.
Because humans have so much fat and salt.
Well, also because if you eat certain parts of people without,
It will drive you insane.
yeah, it
literally.
will punch holes in your brain. But that's only from eating human brain tissue. So you're fine as long as you eat muscle tissue. But that's neither here nor there. The point is,
Hannibal, stop eating Will Graham's head. He's got encephalitis.
but like the thing, right? Like the metaphor of cannibalism as like the ultimate form of devotion is kind of cool. I'm not into it, TM, but I think it's kind of a neat metaphor.
I have a story that does it. I don't know if you can technically call it cannibalism since they're not. One of them is not human, but. So you can't 100% call it cannibalism, but there is consumption.
I think it's yucky.
Would you, if given the chance? There was no consequences, no one. You had full permission. Would you try cannibalism at least once?
Yes.
No.
Yes, and I've talked about this. I've talked about this on stream. I absolutely would.
Yes.
I don't care if it's ethically sourced. I don't care if there's fucking no consequences for it. No.
I mean, the fig glaze.
No.
Also, Heaton, I found a really cool blood technique. If you want to hear about it.
Of course.
It's by using the tapered pen. That's what I've been using for like the gunshots on some of my art. And then there's also a blur tool that specifically has like a finger version.
Mm-hmm.
So if you smear it
This
around,
mud.
Where is that?
underneath your eraser. Underneath the eraser.
Oh, under the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a fingertip one. That's what I've been using for like smears because it makes it look like you were, like for makeup and stuff.
Ah!
Here, do you want me to show you an example?
No, I'm doing it right now.
No, I know, but do you want to see like what I've made using that technique?
We learn new things about our tools every day, chat. Fucking just the other day, Lio's like, oh, you know this program better than I do. And I'm like, yeah, and I learn new shit about it daily. I could have been doing this the whole time!
Yeah, look, I just
hate it here.
posted some art. I posted some art in the live show chat. If you look closely on the cheek, that's where I smeared some of it.
I could have done this the whole time. This could have.
Also, tapered pen is really great for blood splatter.
Art and the computer science couldn't be further from the truth. Further from each other. No, that feeling happens all the time.
Cannibalism actually is not illegal. The murder part is.
It depends on where you are. Some places it is.
Technically speaking, if you had like written consent before the person died, you could eat them.
I love the Reddit post about the guy who ate his own leg. That was really funny.
Yeah, that's the fingertip smear tool. I thought you would like that.
Thank you, Nazi! Make my life so much easier. Fucking, but I love that fucking Reddit post purely because, I love that the dude was like, it started as a bit. He specifies in the post, he's like, it started as a bit. We were saying it as a joke of like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if after I have my amputation, we just ate my leg? Wouldn't that be funny? Hee-ho. And then it just progressively became less and less a joke. And he looked at his friends and were like, but what if we did?
Did it taste good?
Yes. He said it wasn't something he would, like, do again, necessarily, but he was like, it wasn't bad. They burned, he's like, I like the exact bit was like, I burned it a little bit, but I'd rather overcook it than undercook it. And they're like, yeah, I guess.
I burned it.
I like the fact that he was like, I'd rather overdo it than underdo it, and they're like, yeah, I guess. And then fucking...
I just love the I burned it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. Just a little bit of a Oh man, the leg's good place though. If you get the thigh, it's pretty fatty.
The other bit was, I like that they were like, so how are your friends doing with that? And he said, fine, my friends, I keep making jokes at my friends of like, a part of me is inside you forever.
Well, at least for a solid 72 hours.
The nutrients absorbed.
You have absorbed my
within you.
nutrients.
Yeah, you wanted to be inside me. Well, here you go.
I am delicious and nutritious.
Such good hands. Good job on hand.
Yeah.
I need to practice more hand.
Donners took a fucking million years to feel like they got right, and he still looks a little too young in this piece, but that's fucking fine. It's fine. It is what it is. I'll take it. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be done.
You learned a new thing today.
I did learn a new thing today.
I love that fingertip tool. It's so good. It's really great if you have like a messy makeup piece. Cannibalism. This is what the liberals want.
This is what the liberals... As a liberal, this is what I want.
I want DILFs eating.
Donner is a lot of things. A DILF is not one of them.
I'm talking about Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, then yeah. Okay, well you should open with that. I also want Hideo Kojima's boyfriend to eat people. That's my new favorite joke. That's my favorite inside joke, is for the people who know, is to be like, oh yes, Mads Mikkelsen, you mean Hideo Kojima's boyfriend.
What the oh. I forgot he's in the fucking Norman Reedus fetus game.
He is, but like, if you saw pictures that Hideo Kojima posted of Mads Mikkelsen on his Instagram, he wants to fuck that man. I'm convinced. Give me a second. Let me find the pictures that Hideo Kojima posted of Mads Mikkelsen.
I've been having fun looking at some of the Norman Reedus edits because that man is so comfortable looking like a bottom.
It's true.
Just climbing into his co-host laps and like snuggling on him. It's so cute. I love non-toxic male relationships.
Samesies.
You know that you have a good relationship. You know you have a good relationship when everyone thinks you're gay.
Hang on. Hideo Kojima, Mads Mikkelsen.
Also, people have like a joke ship of Mads Mikkelsen and Hugh Dancy because apparently they're in a lot of roles together and end up getting shipped. Like Adam Racky and Nigel from Countrymen.
There's one picture in particular on...
I remember.
Yeah!
What? Oh my god. No many actors who are so cool and sexy and blunt. Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy fuck!
There's this one fucking photo. There's this one particular photo.
I don't know why the comedy is emphasized, but the fact his fucking profile picture is of him as a Lego.
Yes, it's this one! It's this one!
Oh my god. Look, he's just saying what we're
This
all
shit!
thinking.
This shit is fucking gay! Hideo Kojima wants to fuck Mads Mikkelsen, and you know what? I support it. Because me too. Because I get it. And Hideo Kojima is based for wanting that.
God, have you seen Mads Mikkelsen with a beard? Holy shit.
Yes! Mads Mikkelsen's hot!
I remember I told you were complaining. It's like I can't find good vampire reps that aren't horny, and I'm like, just look up Mads Mikkelsen. Dude's got like natural vampire teeth.
Mads Mikkelsen is one of those people that I'm convinced is like, is not human, non-derogatory. In the same way that, like, I'm convinced Taliesin Jaffe is a vampire, I'm convinced that so is Mads Mikkelsen.
I'm convinced Hugh Dancy was a twink in his past life.
Now we know what they were fighting about during too much MGS2 making. He was making Raiden too hot. He's making Raiden way too hot.
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen also plays Grindelwald, and, like, he fucked Dumbledore.
Fucking... yeah.
He fucked Dumbledore.
It's true! Mads Mikkelsen's brother isn't human.
Yeah, he's a Chiss.
He has a brother?
Yeah, Lars Mikkelsen.
Lars Mikkelsen.
He's Thrawn in Star Wars.
Oh.
Blue.
First fun fact got redeemed.
There's Lars Mikkelsen.
Wow, they don't look related.
No, I think they do. I think you can see it.
I don't know, maybe it's just because of the angles of the pictures. No, I see it in the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the eyes.
This
Damn it,
is
I
a good
have
one.
cursed-
The
Oh,
last.
wait, I have a cursed fun fact. Can I
Oh,
do this?
yeah, absolutely you can.
Yay!
Share your cursed fun fact.
Hold on, let me look up something real quick. I need to remember what it's called. Ah, okay, I remember what it's called. Here's your cursed fun fact for the day. The Pear of Anguish was a medieval torture weapon that is highly debated on whether or not it was used for torture, with which it was stuck into a person's mouth to make them confess their sins because it forced their mouth open. However, it was also commonly used to shove up the anus or vaginal canal, and in modern day has actually been made into a common butt plug.
Yep. You'd twist it and it'd open.
Yep, in fact, there's a tinier version used for sounding.
Ooh.
That's why it's debated whether or not it's a torture device. The sounding one is particularly painful, as it's stuck within the head of the penis and then opened.
I do not possess a penis, and that still makes me squirm a little.
No.
I learned it from watching Jijikan Rokumi.
I learned it from the Brutal manga.
Actually, I learned about the Pair of Anguish from Bones. But I learned about the sounding one from Jijikan Rokumi.
So, on that lovely note.
Yeah, I got to give a fun fact.
Yeah, good job. Thank you. Good job.
Yay.
So that's going to be it for the morning stream. So today we are going to have an afternoon stream, or we are going to have an evening stream around 5 p.m. CST. I'm going to get some friends together and we're going to, play, Left 4 Dead 2.
I wish I could join, but I think I have a doctor's appointment.
Good luck.
That physical therapy so that I can use my hands again.
Use your hands. So yeah, we'll be playing, Left 4 Dead 2, later today. But for now, I'm gonna send you over to one, Nally Malware.
She's streaming Minecraft.
She's playing Minecraft, so I'm gonna send you over there. And I'll see you at, like, 5 p.m. Oh, big yawn. I'll see you over at like 5 p.m. for Left 4 Dead 2. So, goodbye!
Bye.
Sorry.